The 4-day walkout by the Korean Railway Workers Union is slated to end at 9 a.m. today, with all passenger trains to resume operations by this evening.
네, 총파업에 들어갔던 전국철도노동조합, 철도노조가 오늘 오전 9시를 기해 업무에 복귀합니다. 이에 따라 고속철도, KTX 및 일반 열차가 오늘 밤까지 단계적으로 운행을 재개할 것으로 보입니다. All right, so for the past 4 days over the weekend and a little bit before that, the union went on strike.
Yeah, there's been a strike with the operation rate of the high-speed KTX trains being just 76.5% in operation. The rate of subways in the capital region of Seoul was running at 83.8%. And cargo freight, they were running at 47.4%. So if you were to notice anything, it might have been more on the cargo side of things rather than passengers.
And the union had been demanding better working conditions, and also they're asking for the KTX, I should say, bullet train service to go to Suseol in Seoul. So those were some of the demands.
Yeah, of course, the SRT that you mentioned, that already goes to Seoul's Suseol station. It's a different company than the KTX. So they're saying that they want their trains to go there as well.
They want access to that. Exactly. And this hasn't actually been resolved. However, the first round of strikes will end at 9 today, which is not too
Very shortly.
far off from now. Yep, exactly. And we may be hearing of another round of strikes later on. We're not sure when, but so far, of course, this seems to have come to an end. Let's have a look at the main expressions. The first one is walkout.
Yeah, walkout is typically when you talk about a strike, when you walk out, it means that you're not working or you're not where you're supposed to be. So you can stage a walkout is often how we'll call it, or you can just walk out as a verb as well.
Yeah.
And I remember we actually did this in high school. I think like
You
yeah.
walked out?
Our students at our school, we staged a walkout. And I think it was, I believe it was somewhat encouraged by some of the teachers because they wanted the students to learn about the power of, all being a student together as a union.
It's like a mock walkout. then.
Yeah, exactly. It was somewhat encouraged, like as if they're kind of hinting, if you guys were ever to do something like that and make certain demands from the school or teachers or principal, then, you'd be surprised how much power that you carry.
신선하네요. 캐나다에서는 그 선생님이 어느 학교 때예요? 고등학교 때, 중학교 때?
In high school.
고등학교 때
Yeah.
학교에서 선생님이 권장해가지고 자, 학생 여러분 한번 이 파업이라고 치고 나가보세요. 수업 거부하고 나가보세요. 이렇게 했다는 거죠?
It was somewhat like, it was kind of
진짜?
hinting. Like he also did mention, but understand that you could get in a little bit of trouble as well. But he was kind of weighing, but if you really want something that much, then is it worth walking out for? If you want something that much, then, you have to weigh it was kind of like a social studies
Sure.
experiment that they wanted the students to understand.
책에서 뭐 글로만 읽는 게 아니라
Yeah.
너희도 직접 한번 해봐라. 그 대신에 여기 repercussion은 있을 수 있다. 뭐 이런 정도의 또 책임감도 가지고 어떤 명분으로 이렇게 워크아웃을 하는지 잘 생각하고 해봐라. 이렇게
Yeah.
하셨군요. 와, 깨어있는 선생님이셨네요. 자, 워크아웃이라는 게 한 단어인데요. 파업이란 뜻입니다. 우리 근데 오프닝에서요, 선생님. workout라는 단어가 있었어요. 약간 비슷하죠? 발음이.
It can sound similar. Yeah, work and walk. Yeah, work out, walk out.
이거 어려워하시는 분들 많으시거든요. 우리 운동할 때는 workout, W-O-R-K-O-U-T. 근데 여기서 말하는 파업은 W-A-L-K-O-U-T. walkout, 잠깐만요. 그러니까 운동하는 것은 workout, 그리고 이제 파업하는 것은 walkout.
Yeah.
영국 발음이 조금 더 어렵네요. 제가 보니까.
Yeah, I think so.
캐나다 발음과 북미 발음은 조금 더 구별하기 쉬운 것 같습니다. 자, 그 다음 표현으로는요. be slated to do something인데요.
Yeah, when you're slated to do something, you're scheduled to do something. It's on your agenda coming up. And one other thing that I'll quickly mention that's somewhat related is if you ever see people making a movie, just before a scene, they'll have that big clapper and they go, scene one, whatever, and they go clap, and then it's to, synchronize the sound with the visual.
Take 59.
Exactly. Yeah. But we call that a slate or a slate board. And there's information on there that says, okay, this is scene 59, as you mentioned, or take whatever. So they can find that later on. So it's almost as if they're telling the schedule of what this is coming up on that. So they're slating it, they're scheduling, this is what this is coming up.
영화 이렇게 장면 하나하나 촬영할 때 이렇게 감독이 탁 이렇게 치는 거, 요게 slate인 거죠. 그런데 be slated to do something이라는 표현은요, 뭐뭐 할 예정이다. 이렇게 보시면 되겠습니다. 다시 한번 제가 영어로 읽어보겠습니다. The 4-day walkout by the Korean Railway Workers Union is slated to end at 9 a.m. today, with all passenger trains to resume operations by this evening.